Okay, so well, wait a minute. I can't see what happened to you. Okay, there I am. Okay, God. Like I lost the screen.
Uh-uh. Go outside and play. I'm listening to fully cinematic.
So anyway, all right. So yes, we were on the subject of monetary gains by films, and if that dictates whether or not they're trash or not.
Right.
So I mean, I guess you can look at like the top biggies, like Titanic and some of the what's the other $1 billion Avatar and all these other films. No, I mean, I'm sorry, but Avatar to me, I can't even stand and look at that
Yeah,
Avatar.
Avatar is the highest grossing movie of all time, and it's not good.
It is just uh, I don't I'm not I can't watch it. I'm not gonna watch
Titanic's not that good either.
it.
It's number three.
uh, so what's the top two? What beat Titanic?
Endgame was number two.
In games.
Yeah, Avengers Endgame.
Oh God. Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
So why are you making a face and saying, "Oh, yeah"?
Ugh.
I've seen Titanic and Avatar, so I can speak.
Like you can place judgment
I
is
can.
what you're saying.
I know that they're trash. I've seen them.
Mhm. So you mean to tell me the realistic aspect of Titanic and that wonderful set?
It wasn't realistic.
Oh Lord, I don't know how much more realistic you thought you could get with that thing. So
Some dude out the gutter meets some spoiled rich brat, and they turn into Romeo and Juliet. Yeah,
see, I wasn't that crazy.
that's really realistic.
That wasn't what got me. No, I'm talking about the scenes as far as the underwater scenes and I think what intrigued me about the film wasn't so much the love story as it was the fact that I kept thinking in my mind how horrible it must have been for those people on that ship that night, with it going on. I like the old lady or Rose who ended up, having the blue diamond or whatever you call it, and that aspect of it. But I really was more into it for the fact that this was a true, not the romance, but this was a true ship that
But the overriding theme of the movie was the
it
romance.
was. But I just couldn't help it. I kept
You
thinking the
can't
whole time.
ignore it. Yeah, like I couldn't ignore the romance.
Oh no, you couldn't. I mean, because that's a central theme.
Yeah,
But
and that's what was giving me so much trouble. It was trash.
well, the thing about it is that movie definitely was one of those. And I remember when it came out, there were all the teenagers were going back and seeing it like 5 or 6 times.
Mm.
I mean, that's
All the
really
teenage girls were going back and seeing it
yeah,
five,
yeah,
six
yeah,
times.
yeah. Well, you got to think about it. The boys are going to take their date. They're going to take the girls. That's where they're going to want to go. They're going
No, no, they weren't. Those girls were going with their friends.
to. So, um, I mean, I remember at the time I thought that um, who's the one that directed? Who's the one that composed the music? I thought that Terry and I had bought the soundtrack, and of course we got into the whole Celine Dion, hullabaloo. Um, but yeah, but okay, so that's number three now, huh? And what'd you say was number one?
Avatar is number one.
Well, Avatar. Oh, so it did get back to number one because one time it had dropped down.
Yeah, but I mean, Avatars had more than one re-release. That's why
Mhm.
it's at number one.
Well, that's because
But
James.
Titanic also, all of the top three movies have been released more than once.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, Jurassic Park made $1 billion because it was re-released. Like its first run in movie theaters, it didn't hit the $1 billion mark, but after it was re-released, it crossed over.
I just think it's so funny that I won't see the same director has made those two of the biggest films, and I appreciate his Titanic version, but I'm not. I just can't watch Avatar. I just cannot do it.
Have you ever watched it?
Mm-mm. I'm not going to.
How do you know it's not good?
Nope. I'm not going to. Nope. It could be the best film of all time. I'm not watching it. I don't want to watch it. I have no desire to watch it.
What's the reasoning for that?
I, mm, it just does. It just has no appeal to me whatsoever. And I'm not. Nope.
But you said even if it's the best movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand that.
Oh, you're really digging now. So
I mean, if I'm a movie lover and it's something that has the possibility of being the best movie of all time, I would want to see it.
Mm. Mm.
So my curiosity led me to watch Avatar, and I found out it was trash. But your curiosity doesn't even lead you to want to see something. It might be the best of all time.
Mine's probably. I know it's it's ridiculous, but mine's more on a personal level, and I don't even know the man, but
now we're getting to the good stuff.
So,
I knew there was.
I really don't even want to support him anymore in his films because of
James Cameron.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I get the impression that he's kind of a scumbag too. So
I
agree with you there.
I just think I think he's very in interviews and stuff. He just thinks he's the greatest.
He's arrogant. Yes,
he's arrogant. And he just now. Whereas on the other hand, you get George Lucas, who I feel like is and Steven Spielberg, who
I'm glad George Lucas retired from directing because I think
I did. Oh wait a minute, hold on.
I think his best days are long behind.
But have you heard he is coming back to direct some Star Wars stuff?
Why? He sold the company.
I read that this past week that he is coming back.
This was the same place where you read that Adam Driver was Dr. Doom?
No. This is like a legit movie. Inside. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was. Wait till the next Entertainment Weekly comes out. I think it was in this last edition, if I'm not mistaken. But I read it. I read what he had said, or else it was on Entertainment Tonight or something. Anyway,
you got this from Twitter.
You just hold on a minute. Nope. Here we go. Let me just bring that up right now because we're going. George Lucas. Of course, you know what his net worth is probably out the yin yang.
He's a billionaire now.
Well, don't you know? Yep. George Lucas is directing new Star Wars.
What's the date on that?
Well, he had one in April. One in May.
Months ago. Where are these movies?
And let's see. And then as of where's it at? I didn't realize he actually sold the rights to Star Wars. Well, no,
I just said that.
I thought he still had involvement in it.
I just said he sold the whole studio.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to you, obviously.
Yeah.
He is worth $5.4 billion.
Not news to me.
But yeah, so we'll have to see if any of this crap comes to fruition. But
it won't.
Now what's gonna happen if it does? What you gonna say then?
I'm gonna say the same thing that I said when you told me that the mystery movie a month ago was gonna be Wakanda Forever. So how was it? How was Wakanda Forever?
I'm so glad I didn't go see that. Because what was it? What was it? The first one was the one about the greatest beer run.
Of course, a trash movie.
And then the second one came out to be it wasn't even the Fablemans. It was what was this? It was the Spirited Away or whatever. So
of course you're not getting a good mystery movie. When it's mystery, it's going to be trash.
I was so glad I didn't go to waste my $5. So
like if you ever did they ever have mystery meat when you were in school?
I don't think. What was it?
Some type of mystery lunch or mystery meal?
Oh no.
I know it wasn't anything good.
Now wait a minute. Now hold on. There was some kind of meat that was on the plate one time. Everybody called it horse meat. We never could figure out what that stuff was.
Yeah, it was a mystery.
Now I have what you're talking about. Yeah. Now they did have. Although I did like my square pizza.
Yeah, but you knew what that was.
no, what?
Whenever they have to be secretive about what you're getting, go the other direction.
I like the square pizza and I like the corn. and the yeast rolls were the best. Those were the bomb.
What about Soylent Green? They were secretive about that too.
Oh no. Yeah. No, didn't mess with that stuff. God. Ugh. So, and now now that we're kind of hitting on food, I've got to go back. I got to talk about the popcorn. I don't know. You're not a well. I think I've seen you have a popcorn maybe once.
I
But
had popcorn when I went to see Wakanda Forever.
well, something's going on with this. I don't know what the deal is, but it's getting horrible. And I'm talking AMC and Regal. I have been to both recently, and I don't know what's happening, but the quality of that popcorn is tough. And when I'm paying more for the food and the drink than I'm paying for to get into the movie, they're the problem. So,
Well,
I mean, because AMC,
they're trying to make their make up for their pandemic losses. Because
well, I mean, I had heard
they make more money off of the concessions than.
Well, yeah, that's where the theaters make their money anyway. But
they do make a good bit of money off the movies because they get 50% of the tickets.
Oh, I don't realize they got half. I didn't
That's why. Yeah, like when I told you that Black Adam cost $200 million, but they need to make at least $400 million to break even. That's what I'm talking about.
Then let me tell you. Then answer me this. Then why would these theaters still do Tuesday night $5 movies?
To get people in there to buy popcorn and sodas.
Well, my complaint is it stinks. The movie and the popcorn of the movies the popcorn of the sodas well, first of all, Regal needs to go back to Coke. I don't like Pepsi products.
That's your problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll drink it, but I prefer they go back to Coke. But the popcorn is just it's gotten worse, just atrocious. I just don't know what's happening. So
is it the popcorn itself or the butter or both?
No, the popcorn. Now the popcorn, I'm finding the popcorn. And then I just went last week when I went and saw what did I go see last week? The Irish or the Banshees of Inishishirin or whatever you call it.
I'm not going to see that.
Okay. All right.
I already saw In Bruges, and I had enough of them.
Well, very strange film, I have to say. Although there were points of it that just the acting was just unbelievable. I thought it was great. That one kid especially just amazing.
Pass.
You don't even.
It's basically a glorified sequel to In Bruges, and I didn't like that.
Well,
it was boring as hell.
Well, this was not the fastest movie in the world either. In fact, I looked up one time and Jim was asleep, so I had to nudge Jim.
See? That's what I'm getting at.
I looked over and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I said, "Jim,
not everything. Like if the story is tailor made to be a book, just put it in a book. Don't film it."
Well, no, that's not necessarily the case because
I don't want to watch a book.
Look, Perks of Being a Wallflower was an excellent
dull
and they made a great movie out of it.
Boring.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. That was a great coming of age story.
It was aggressively mediocre.
God, I've never heard that. So going back, but anyway, so now the other stuff in the theater, I don't eat any of the other stuff. Like, of course, I don't even know if they still serve stuff now, like pretzels and cheese, and I don't hot dogs, them things that been sitting on the.
I wouldn't eat a hot dog in a movie theater.
I'm not eating that thing, no. But I mean, they used to have a lot of stuff that you could choose from, and I mean, I know they still serve candy, but I don't eat that. So
I used to eat chicken tenders and pizza. But
I didn't know they even served that. So.
I haven't done any of that in a long.
The only thing I've ever gotten from the movies ever is popcorn and the drink. That's all I've ever needed. And the AMC as of last week.
Ever? I don't.
No.
You never got any candy at a movie theater.
Well, I take it back. I did get.
I knew you were lying.
Candy once. Yeah, but as far as like food of like chicken tenders, pizza, pretzels, no. Now, the drive-in theater was different. I would eat stuff at the drive-in theater, which is even worse because all that dust flying around and everything. You don't know what's going in and out. But I don't know. In the call, last week, it caught had I not used, I think I had some points or a discount or something. I mean, my popcorn and drink would have cost like $17.
Mm.
I mean, that's outrageous. But
You
I don't
didn't
know.
have any. Yeah, you. As often as you go to the movies, you should have free popcorn.
I have. I mean, I've had a birthday, recently, so I was able to use that and here's the other thing. What gets me about AMC, especially since we only have one now left, is I don't care what time you get there, you can be, and if you're paying Premiere, you can get in that Premiere line. They will still take people on the regular surfing line ahead of you, even though you're a Premiere customer.
That always seemed like a scam to me. That's why I don't have Premiere.
Well, I'm saying something. I've done decided next time I go in that theater, I'm going to say, and then when you come back for refill, I'm sorry, but you need to be, and you're in that Premiere line, you need to get up there. Now, I did catch them last time before. They've been charging me regular prices of my popcorn when you actually, as a Premiere customer, you can get a small or medium and upgrade your popcorn at no additional cost.
Well, they asked me if I wanted to upgrade, but I didn't do it.
They don't ever ask me. They've never asked me. Of course, they've never asked me. I finally had to say this last time. Hey, I understand as a Premiere customer, I can get a medium popcorn and upgrade it at no charge. And he's like, oh yeah, you should. I said, well, thank you. So,
if you get, I don't know if they done it this year, but they used to, before the pandemic, they used to have the popcorn bucket where you could take that home and then bring it back next time you come to the movies, and they would fill that up with popcorn.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I don't think they've done that in the last year. I'm not that I can recall seeing anybody bringing theirs in. But I ain't paying that. I made the mistake of buying one
free popcorn all year.
Yeah, but suppose you go, sometimes there's some days you don't feel like, when you go, you don't feel like eating it. I don't know.
Well, don't eat it.
and I don't like those special. I think the last time I went and got some special created popcorn bucket that had the logo or something on. I forgot what that was. That was a waste. I mean, that was expensive, and you're just paying for that bucket. And what movie was that?
Well, the bucket I'm talking about is plastic.
Well, they changed the bucket size at AMC, and it's horrible. They went from the round bucket to this like thing that goes up like this.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the round bucket.
Horrible. I want give me the bucket.
I'm talking about the round bucket that looks like you could probably go trick or treating with it.
Right? Yeah. Oh, no. I want the cardboard. Give me the big round. Yeah. No, I don't want that carnival thing they gave me this past time was horrible. So
carnival thing.
Yeah, it'll like the, how it looked like how when you used to go to the circus, they'd have popcorn buckets that are the red and white and have the little fringe head around it. And it's
to me, a bucket has a round shape. That what you're describing, I consider
that more like a pail.
A box.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're serving now at AMC. It's a box.
Yeah, I'm talking.
I want the bucket.
I'm talking about a round bucket.
No, I want the round. I want the pail.
Is it round?
Yeah.
So sounds like you're talking.
Okay, well, same thing. We're probably talking the same thing. Yeah, we're probably talking the same thing. But anyway,
have you seen the family size ice cream that they have at the grocery store?
No.
You never seen that? A gallon of ice cream?
Mm-mm.
What planet are you from?
No, I mean, I know. I didn't realize they were called. Wait a minute, family size? Is that what you're saying?
It's a gallon of ice cream in a bucket. And they
I know.
No matter what.
It's got the red handle or the white handle. They got the little handle.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. No matter what brand of store.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I have.
Yeah, the popcorn bucket I'm talking about is similar to that.
Oh no! Mine just doesn't have a handle. Nothing. It's just cardboard. But it's like
no. Mine doesn't have a handle, but it's round, just like the bucket with the ice cream.
Okay.
You're making this a lot more difficult than it has to be.
I know. So, anywho, all right, we can move off of the popcorn.
Yeah, we've talked about popcorn way too.
I was just complaining. So, and because I need to start taking my own stuff in there. So,
and don't take your popcorn grievances out on the movie.
I'm not. No,
I hate this popcorn, so this movie sucks.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying it's just ridiculous how expensive all this stuff is. So, but but I mean, I still I don't know. I'm still worried about the actual theater staying open. I mean, I just don't know that it's. I don't know. I mean, I just because it's like now they're putting releases out for either some will do a week and some do a month, and then they go right to streaming. So I don't know if that's helping or hurting. I just can't figure that out yet.
Well, I'll tell you this: theaters are definitely not going to make it if they have to rely on stuff like Banshees of Inisherin. That's not going to work.
No, and the fact, you know what though, I think the only reason they put that out right now when they did is just trying to get some because they're saying Colin Farrell's pretty much a shoe in for Best Actor, one of the nominees. But that kid, I don't know. Well, I say kid, he's 30 years old, so the kid to me, but that's the supporting actor in there. Oh my God, just breaks my heart. I can't even, but you'll pass. So I beat you to the punch. You're gonna pass, but it was devastating. But it's the weirdest storyline I have ever in my life seen, and not even sure why somebody would come up with this. But yeah, it was strange. But afterwards, I started thinking about it, and I realized that there were some things in there that had some good points. But and all the acting, like it was really good. I mean, even Colin Farrell, I was just really shocked that he did as well as he did. So
you didn't think he could act before this?
Wow. No, I just thought it was. I really wasn't that big of a fan. I mean, I thought he was okay, but I just didn't think he was like that good of an actor. I mean, and the other guy that plays the counterpart to him, I've never seen him before because I've never seen him.
What?
No,
Gleeson?
not that
Brendan Gleeson?
Brendan Gleeson, is that his name? Yeah, I
Been
don't.
around forever.
Maybe I have seen him and I just didn't realize that's. I just never knew who he was. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to give you a crash course in movies.
what? Let me look him up and see what else he's in. Because maybe I have. And of course, Greg, my brother, he just absolutely just thinks he's the greatest. Thinks it's ice cream. Brent. All right, so he's been in Bruges, The Guard, Mr. Mercedes, Calvary, Paddington 2, Braveheart. I don't know. He just doesn't stand out to me.
Troy, Gangs of New York.
Yeah,
The Tragedy of Macbeth.
I just no.
Michael Collins. These are 28 Days Later.
Yeah,
these are acclaimed movies.
He just didn't. I just didn't. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not a follower, I guess it is. So I mean, when I saw him when he came on the screen, I'm like, okay, I think I've seen this guy before, but
I mean, I'm not a follower, but he pops up a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're saying what I haven't heard before. Greg is absolutely adamant that I don't need to be talking about movies on a podcast. When I haven't watched, he just couldn't believe I hadn't seen In Bruges, so he just thought that was an insult.
I've seen In Bruges, and I'm not recommending it.
And he just, some of the stuff that he loves, because I haven't seen it, he thinks it's an absolutely atrocious thing that I cannot call myself. Even some of this, not even having seen Happy Gilmore, he thinks that's an absolute insult as a movie reviewer, not even have watched that. So,
have you seen Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the one with.
He was in that too.
Brendan Gleeson was?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he didn't stand out to me. So
he was the general that sent Tom Cruise to the front lines.
Yeah, no, don't remember him. Yeah, God. Yeah.
So Greg only has half the story. Even when you do watch the movies, it doesn't make a difference because you don't pay attention.
God. I love going to movies. I love watching film. I mean, I love going to the theater. And in fact, who was I was talking to? We were talking about that. Somebody said, "Oh, I'm so glad that it's more common." I guess they said I'm more acceptable to stream stuff now. And I said, no, movies, we cannot lose the theater. That just to me, that would just be devastating. So, I don't know, because it's nothing like seeing a film in the dark and, but now, of course, I have my own everybody has their own personal likes and dislikes. I mean, so, You know, I never will forget when I went and saw, you know, when you're younger, like I had just graduated from, I think I was out of school for 2 years, and The Breakfast Club came out. And I went and saw it at Spring Valley by myself, and that was one of those moments that that film just took me totally caught me off guard. Now, does anybody else just think it's one of the best films ever made? I think a lot of people like it. I mean, I don't think it's the best film either, but I do love
Overrated.
See, now I also remember going to see Platoon, and that blew me away because I went with my brother who served in Vietnam and his girlfriend at the time. Maybe he was married at the time. I don't know. And seeing that was just phenomenal.
Did you ever watch All Quiet on the Western Front?
No, and that's on my to watch list. Dang it! I'm glad you said that because
it makes Platoon look like trash.
No way.
Yes, it does.
No way.
Yep.
You mean even at the ending when Willem Dafoe is trying to get away and that beautiful sound of that music comes
If this movie doesn't get Oscar nominations, something's wrong.
Oh my. Okay. Well, okay. Hold on a minute. Let me put that. I gotta make a note to myself to watch.
But it's not a Vietnam movie. It's a World War.
Right. That's horrible. I mean, because that was atrocious what they went through back then. So, all right. So where's my? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me get my little notepad to make sure I'm keeping up with. I'm gonna make a note and stick it in my face to watch that because, of course, if I could. Well, I've still got an episode left of Stranger Things.
You might as well just forget about that.
Yeah, really. And then I've still got to watch. Everybody kept talking about, and I don't know if you watched it. What's the whole big hullabaloo about The Watcher or The Witcher?
I haven't watched any of that.
Well, it was on the news or at least the news feeds for a week.
The Watcher, I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
I just wonder if it's more of a soap opera thing. So
I'm definitely not watching that.
So that's like last night. All we kept hearing about was people talking about
it
Yellowstone.
It says it's a mystery thriller series.
I mean, everybody kept going on about Yellowstone.
It's got 55% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it doesn't seem like the critics are crazy about it.
Well, I just can't get into the whole thing. I mean, yeah, I like Kevin Costner to a degree, but not to that point.
So I'm talking about The Watcher.
Oh, The Watcher. Oh, everybody went. Well, no, but I'm talking. Everybody just went gaga over it for a week. I mean, it was
Mia Farrow is in this.
Wow. Mia Farrow.
Yep.
Oh God, I don't know if I can bring myself to watch it then. Oof. I don't know. I'm definitely watching All Quiet on the Western Front. I love a good war movie, combat movie. So that'd be good. But
well, this one, you might want to bring the Kleenex for this one.
You know, all right. Well, yep. I can feel it. So, of course, I'm telling you, I got a little kind of a little emotional there last week with that thing, but
the Banshees.
Yeah. The week before, I think is when I saw
Fully Cinematic.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All right, so let me see what this is saying. Because something's happened on my computer. Let's see. All right, let me keep that as new. Get out of here. All right, now it's back to normal. So anyway, so